So when we created Fabriq seven years ago, we went on a bunch of shop floors in factories, and we realized this very obvious paradox. You had a lot of investment that had been poured in, continues to be poured in automation, equipment, machines, very little in the tools at the disposal of the humans running these production lines, right? And so what that means is whiteboard, pen and paper, people running after each other in the alleys of the factory to exchange bits of information and exposing yourself to human error, to inefficiencies. And that's the problem we set out to solve 7 years ago, is to build a digital tool to support these daily rituals that happen, by the way, across manufacturing verticals. Doesn't really matter what you make. Some customers make luxury bags, others makes airplanes and vaccines. So it's the same rituals, and we've built a digital tool that help these teams break silos, collaborate with one another, solve problems faster. There have been over 3 million problems solved in Fabriq on our platform at our different customers since the creation of Fabriq. The key interaction with Fabriq is the team meeting, or the daily huddle. It happens at the beginning of a shift. It's the manager, their team, gathering around a screen and going over what's gone well, what's gone wrong over the course of the shift or the previous shift, and figuring out what are our priorities, right? Where do we need to get this KPI back in the green? What problems do we need to solve today to get the production line back on track? And we create this hub, for each team, and at every node of the organization, by the way, because these meetings cascade into different tiers. We provide this platform for these teams to solve these problems and track their performance. It's really about visibility of information. It's crucial in manufacturing to be able to, there's a ton of problems. You could pick any number of issues to try to solve when you're running a production line. It's about focus, right? And visibility of what it is that's important to be working on. And breaking down these silos and paper whiteboard-based tools is a great way to have real-time, up-to-date information that's shared by everyone, a sort of single source of truth that allows everyone to align on what is the one problem we need to solve today because our performance has dipped on this dimension, right? Safety, quality, costs, delivery, the common dimensions that operational dimensions that manufacturers look at when they think of performance. The system we support, continuous improvement, operational excellence, it has very different names. It's really a complex, distributed human system, right? So imagine your manufacturing organizations, your plants are distributed across all continents. Even within a plant, you may have multiple buildings and production lines. All of this is an international, very difficult system to make work day in, day out, right? And you can get things wrong at all times, at any time. And Agentic AI has enormous potential to improve. This is what we're building right now, is starting with helping people make better decisions, right? There's a ton of knowledge that exists in an organization. Most problems that a team may run into on a production line is usually known. It has an existing solution, but it may have been solved by a team halfway across the globe that speaks a different language, right? So Agentic AI plays has a great value to add in helping teams make better decisions and leverage that existing knowledge wherever it may sit in the organization. So taking a picture or video, describing an issue on a shop floor, and having an agent provide them what is the state of the art of knowledge of my organization to help me solve this problem better and faster, instead of starting from a blank page. There's other aspects. One is how the organizations learn, right? It's the other end of that loop. Imagine I'm facing a new problem. My team is facing a new problem. I'm going to sit down. We're going to brainstorm how to solve it, test different solutions, verify their efficacy. We're going to learn things along the way, right? And what we want to be able to do is make sure that what we learned here locally becomes the global standard for the organization. So it's the opposite end of that first piece. And so AI plays a great role in detecting these opportunities to share, to update new standards, to create new standards that can be shared across the organization, and doing so without relying on the human effort to take the time to write down. Because once you solve the problem in a factory, you're on to the next one, right? You don't have time to sit down and write a lessons learned document, or it's tough to find that time. Right. And last but not least, there's a lot of patterns that exist that may be invisible to the naked eye. Because of this distributed system, teams work in shifts. A plant manager can't possibly be aware of everything that's going on, and so surfacing that information, things that may happen as a pattern across a wide scope of those operations and surfacing them as an opportunity to act on them, top down, is also a great role that Agentic AI. Of course, there's a ton. These rituals are very administrative, and there's a ton of help that we can provide the everyday user in just doing things faster and better. But these are the three big dimensions where the true value added lies.